All right, guys, we get some pretty good news today on an otherwise pretty bad market, pretty bad week, especially for growth stocks. So let's not waste any time. This will be a really quick one. I have a lot of experience working in the tech sector, and specifically a lot of experience working within AI, machine learning, natural language, etc. It's something that I'm very much a specialist on. Now, when a lot of these big companies really grow their ecosystem, their partner programs, their customer base, it's not because they have great products. It's not because they're a well-known name. It's not even necessarily because of their size. It's extremely, extremely important as these kinds of companies are growing that they build out an ecosystem of certified programs and partners who then expand their programs out. So in a nutshell, we got the news today that Palantir is introducing a certification program to help better scale the platform, empower customers, and empower strategic partners. What this means is more people who use Palantir or that they sell Palantir to will now have more options for implementation, more options for SIs, more options for potentially even things like resellers or vendors or other types of software sellers as well, ISVs, things like that. So let's hit you with just the highlights, right? And before I even hit on that, first of all, Palantir is getting pounded today again. Everything going on from the inflation perspective, the risks of rates being risen by the Fed, that's definitely going to have a near-term effect on this stock. And again, this is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. So please keep that in mind. Always speak to professionals who are certified and licensed to give out that advice. So at a glance, here's the deal. The Palantir certification program will provide an opportunity for users to highlight their Foundry knowledge, skills, and abilities, while their employers will be able to accelerate their transformation by identifying and scaling Foundry users. Now, think about this. What this means now is on your resume, on your LinkedIn, on your experience as a developer, a person in IT, a data scientist, etc., you now can go and get certificates saying you're an expert on Palantir Foundry programs and software. So this is going to become very desirable as this company grows and technology really spreads out to more of that commercial space. This means that you have a better chance of getting hired, etc. That's what it means when we say there's an ecosystem being put in place in and around this news for Palantir. Now, additionally, the idea behind this, I think I've already stated this, but I'm reading it from the article. Palantir customers will be able to increase the impact of Palantir software by leveraging more of their IT and data support network in the Foundry operating system. Again, I want you to think about this big picture, long term. Palantir now is not just another product that you buy and try to put into your system or pay someone else to do. What this means is an ecosystem of professional developers with their tools is going to start to exist. Now, initially, the way this will work is it'll be at a level of who currently owns it. They'll want to certify some of their developers. Then you'll start to see consultants come in. Then you'll start to see the big time Deloitte's, Accentures, et cetera, really become partners within this program as well. And the last point that I'm going to call out, I won't go super into detail here, but Palantir also aims to infuse operations with intelligence by setting standards for using its data to help transform organizations rather than just modernizing them. So with its CERT program, Palantir is accelerating and expanding the productization of its approach. Now, if you're not new to the world of implementation, certifications, IT, and AI and data, again, the reason this is a big deal is what they're saying is this is how you're going to be using this long term. This is how we, the company Palantir, recommend optimized usage of our product. Here are the standards to follow. Now it makes it so much easier for them to acquire customers, find and operate with new customers, and get that platform out and running quickly and easily. What I want to stress here, and then I'm going to call it a day. I'm not going to have a long prorated video here because I think this is all obvious what I'm saying. This is why when we look at growth stocks and we look at the risk around them, especially this economic risk we're seeing currently tied to a number of reasons, you have to look at a stock like this as its long-term potential to be a major player in the market. Building an ecosystem of certified users based on standardized approaches to deployment is the key to being a major player in this space, okay? We want to look at this from a perspective of how important will getting the certification be to a developer to expanding their career. More of those developers in the market means more of them are able to be hired by companies who want to leverage this style of software or this style of modernization or standardization of data and intelligence. It is a much bigger deal than it seems, just looking at it from the standpoint of being another certification. So I'm going to say this one more time. If you are not familiar with why an ecosystem of certification programs matters, it's extremely important to grow a software or intelligence company. It's extremely important. It's much bigger than just a cert, because that ecosystem will generate its own ecosystem, which will generate its own ecosystem, and you will have widespread growth and adoption of a product by having more people certified to push that information out. So that's it. 5-minute video today. Thanks for watching. I know things are down right now, and I'm certainly not recommending what you should or shouldn't do. But as I look at this, I'm looking at it over the long-term period of this ecosystem growing, more customers adopting it, and being more widespread within that sort of sphere of influence in that AI and machine learning space. Thanks, everybody. Have a good day. Happy Friday. We'll talk to you later.